Manchester City thrash Liverpool in a 4-0 victory in the FA Cup quarterfinals, sending them off to Wembley in the semis to face either, what was it, West Ham or Arsenal, either. Whereas I need to see the brackets, completely forgot. And yeah, just another day in the Liverpool office, another performance like this, which they've been looking like, what is their 15th defeat this season? I think their most since 10 years, I want to believe, maybe less than or more than that. But you know, you have an amazing squad after an amazing last season, just to be performing like this week in and week out. It's not just against big teams, it's against literally any team. You could go against City, like I said before, off to Wembley in the semis, Liverpool starting 11. Alisson, who's been hurt and pretty much is going to be off for the rest of the season. Joe Gomez, Van Dijk, Konate, and Kekeres. Just shocking performance from the whole back line of Liverpool. You had Wirtz, Szoboszlai, Salah, Jones, Ekitike, and Gravenberch. You look at this lineup and it looks spectacular. Spectacular. If it was last season in this case, but nowhere near to be performing. And you have the City side. You had James Trafford getting another start, huge penalty save earlier in the season, getting minutes as he deserves, and wanting to prove what he's capable of in this Manchester City squad. Matheus Nunes, Kushanev, Mark Guehi, and Nico O'Reilly. Mark Guehi has beaten Liverpool 5 times this season, 3 times with Crystal Palace, and now twice, or 2 times with Crystal Palace and 3 times with Manchester City. He's just a curse against the Reds. Nico O'Reilly, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Antonio Semenyo, Doku, Haaland, and Ryan Cherki. People, what I want to just quickly spell out is people looking in this Premier League season and also in the scoring list, you don't really see quote-unquote world-class players. You don't see the big-name players like back in the day. Even not that so long ago, let's say 10 years ago, with Alexis Sanchez, Aguero, Ozil, Zlatan, whatever you want to bring in. And now you look in this season and you don't really see, you have an Igor Thiago, you have a Semenyo, you have, these players that are not quote unquote world class. But I think it's just because the Premier League is in an era where, they have a lot of young players coming in all the teams, Manchester United, Liverpool, City, Arsenal, and they're not yet established to be known as world-class players, but they are 100% capable of being a world-class player. So I think the Premier League's in an era right now where the players that are going to be known as the best players in the world just started. They're in the beginning of their careers, quote-unquote, in the world-class level. Obviously, some of them could be 25, could be 26, could be 20, 21, whatever. Mid-20s, young 20s. But it's just an era where Semenyo, he could be, the next big thing. You think of the Premier League, there's not a lot of quote-unquote world-class. You have Haaland, you have Salah. He's in his end of he's leaving Liverpool. You have Van Dijk, who's olding. But you don't really have quote-unquote don't get me wrong, there's world-class players, but to the extent of the prior seasons before. So just wanted to spill that out. Salah's last ever FA Cup match in the Liverpool shirt. Just embarrassing. Terrible. Missed penalty, missed chances. It's a shame, really. You want to go off with a trophy win. This was realistically the last trophy you could have won, because you don't see them winning Champions League. Premier League is not even an option. You lost the Community Shield, EFL Cup. So this realistically was the last chance for Mohamed Salah to win a trophy with Liverpool, unless they make a dream come true in the Champions League, but they're going against PSG, and that's just going to be almost near impossible for Liverpool at the moment, but anything could happen. Liverpool against City this season, 3 games, 3 defeats, an 8-1 aggregate score. Pep's just really battered Liverpool this season. Probably one of the worst title defenses, besides Leicester, obviously, that I've seen personally. So it's shocking, really. This guy really gets on my nerves. Jamie Carragher, I like him a lot sometimes, in the Paramount Plus and stuff like that. But Salah's biggest mistake might have been staying after Klopp left. After all he's done for Liverpool, this is a rough way to say goodbye. We've seen it with Ronaldo too. Problems with the manager can destroy your confidence. It's sad to watch. Salah had one of his best seasons in his entire career last year. after Klopp leaving. I don't think he should, I think it just would have been bad as Liverpool as a whole, losing arguably your best manager in the past 20 years and probably all time, and also your best player of all time at the same era. You wouldn't want that. And for him to leave, I mean, if he left when Klopp left, he only would have one Premier League title. Last season, he broke in amazing records while doing it, winning in the league in a high point advantage. I don't think that's his biggest mistake. I think that's a really shitty take from Jamie Carragher. I think this season as a whole has just been rubbish on everyone. You can blame the back line, you can blame Arne Slot, you can blame the attacking players, you can blame the whole entire squad, really. But I don't think it's a huge mistake. And after a season that Salah had last year, you wouldn't think that he still had it in him. He's aging, but he still had one of the best years in his career. So I think it's a really dumb take, what Jamie Carragher said there. Ryan Cherki putting on the Liverpool shirt. He's love rage baiting Cherki recently. Did it with the juggling against. Who did he do it against? I don't think it was. I'm trying to remember. He did the juggling thing. Against Arsenal in the UEFA Cup final. So last states here, the fighting spirit wasn't there enough. The mentality wasn't there enough. When you do something and there's no result for it, it makes no sense. We had chances and missed them. We conceded an easy penalty. We lose 4-0. We cannot concede as much as we concede. Nothing else to say. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much right. You had chances, missed those chances. You conceded goals. Probably shouldn't have conceded. Penalty, it is what it is. It's just terrible performance. I liked our first 35 minutes, but afterwards we had to defend so much better than we did today. It's very disappointing, not only to be out, but also the manner. Another big disappointment from us. This is probably his last stint. He's definitely not gonna get fired during the season. The season is just about to end. But bring in Xabi Alonso. For me, I think that's your best bet. He's worked with a few players. He's an icon, known Liverpool player. You can't go worse than this. And I think Xabi was given a really unfair shot at Real Madrid. So bring him in. That's all I can say. And then FA Cup quarterfinals draw. City or in the semis they could face. It's probably gonna be Arsenal. I doubt Southampton, unless they do a draw. I'm not familiar if they do a draw or just go off by bracket. I'm just gonna go off according to this. There's a possibility of seeing West Ham in the final. They can beat Leeds. They can probably beat Chelsea. Chelsea is a hit or miss team. But yeah, it's going to be a really interesting semifinals coming up match. I mean, poor Val should not lose or should not win this match. If they do, I don't know how, why, where, what, when. And then West Ham, they should win against Leeds, but you never know. Anything. Like West Ham are also a hit or miss team, but that's practically a huge win for City, and we'll see. Let's see what happens in Wembley.